Legs can be straight, feet can be planted, whatever's comfortable for you. Just find a space to relax and drop into. Take a slow inhale in through the nose. Slower exhale out as you just begin to drop into this present moment. Slow breath in. Slower breath out. Notice any sensations showing up as we start to drop in heavier into our physical body. Maybe wiggle the fingers and the toes and then settle them back down. Releasing any tension in the neck and the jaw. Gently rock the head side to side, releasing tension further into the neck. And we'll come back into this space of stillness, drawing awareness and attention to our mind and our emotions. Just getting clear on how we are in this moment and not allowing any judgment into that space. And from this awareness, setting your intention for practice today. What do you need? Breathing life into that intention as you maybe shift into an ujjayi breath. Slow inhales through the nose, slow exhales out with that slight constriction at the back of the throat. And we'll hold on to that intention as we begin to move throughout this practice today. On your next inhale, reach arms overhead, lengthen out long like you're waking up first thing in the morning. Just do whatever comes natural to you as you stretch a little deeper into the side bodies. Pull the knees up into the chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, maybe even bring the forehead towards the knees. And releasing back down. Plant the feet hips distance apart. Fingertips down towards the heels. Inhale for a bridge back bend. Tailbone towards the back of the knees. Chin slightly towards the chest as you lift and open up the heart. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Scoot belly in. Release that low back to the earth. Gentle windshield wiper of the knees side to side. Beginning to wake up and warm up that spine. Coming back through center, knees to the chest, little squeeze. Plant the feet. Next inhale, find bridge, lift and open up. Belly button is tight to the spine. Slowly lower back down, scooping through the belly. Release the muscles for a breath. And then windshield wiper the knees side to side. Final round like that. We'll pull the knees into the chest. Plant the feet, find your bridge. Slowly lower down. Release the muscles. Windshield wiper. And then hug that right knee into the chest. Left leg can stay planted or long, totally up to you. Start to circle that right knee around one direction and then the other. Noticing how that leg is feeling before we really start to move. That hip is feeling, right? And then begin to extend the right leg long. So it might not be straight just yet or today at all, but relax the shoulders back and down or hold onto that leg, up to you. We'll start to bend and extend through that heel. Bend and extend through that heel. So just this slow, watery movement, lengthening out the back side of that leg. Slow breath in, slower breath out. And then we'll hold that extension after your final round. Circle through that ankle. Point, flex the foot. Just explore, right? So you're not forcing anything to happen. You're noticing what is happening as you move through your body. Shifting into a half happy baby. Keep that left hip grounded. Grabbing the outer blade of that right foot, shin, knee, whatever you can kind of get a hold of here. Just try not to sickle and roll the ankle in towards the center. Keep the sole of the foot facing the sky. Relax into that right hip. Relax into that left hip. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. And we'll start to hug that right knee back into the chest. And switch. Left knee pulls in, right leg goes long. Find some circles here, roll it around. Begin to extend that leg when you're ready. Flex that heel. Knee might not be straight. Relax neck and shoulders. Begin to bend deeply. Exhale and extend through that heel. Pull down through the belly. So maybe it doesn't get straight. Bend. And you just keep working on opening up that space. For me, it's tight behind the back of my knee today. Bend. And extend. So you just keep exploring. Lengthening, softening, not forcing. Two more rounds. This last one, begin to extend, hold it wherever you can, and then circle that ankle. Notice where the sensation starts to lie as you roll through that joint, making different shapes. And we'll pull that knee back into the chest. Half happy baby. Outer blade of that foot, ankle or shin, whatever you can hold on. It always helps me to lay my right hand on my right hip to remind me to relax and ground down here, or else I just start to roll over to the side. Release into your low back a little bit deeper. Soften the breath. And then that left knee pulls into the chest. Right starts to meet it. We'll begin to rock forward and backwards until we come up into an easy seated position. And if that's not for you, just press your way up. Finding an easy seat, let's take some circles here, rolling the torso around to the right. Might feel good to either press the hands down to the knees or reach and hold the front ankle here. Gives you a little bit more stability to kind of roll back. Let's reverse that direction. Loosening up those hips, starting to build energy through the spine. And notice if one direction is a little more difficult than the other, that's okay. Pay attention to it. I know this way is a little catching a little bit on that right side. Let's come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, begin to fold forward. 2 breaths. Just try to release that low back. Release the back of the neck. Slowly start to come back up into the hands. And we'll find a tabletop so you can rock right over those ankles or slide them around to the side. Grounding down through those hands, stack shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Tucking the toes here. Let's start to roll through some active cats and cows. So inhale for that cow. Exhale, start to lift the knees up, chin to chest. Inhale, roll forward for that cow. Exhale, hover the knees for cat. Scoop in the low belly. Inhale. Exhale, press into all 10 fingertips. Inhale. Last one. Coming back down into that tabletop, untuck those toes, give them a little tap, 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 tap here, and start to spin the pinkies back towards the knees, stretching out the wrist. So you can tuck the toes and shift the hips back if you like. Here you can keep them untucked, but the neck needs to be neutral. So if you're already up into your shoulders, find ease here first before you take any kind of shift. Belly is lifting up towards the spine. Slowly start to realign those joints. Take your time. We'll find our way to our first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift those hips up and back. Be kind to your body as you start to wake up this down dog, maybe bending one knee and then the other, twisting hips side to side, flowing forward and back. Doesn't have to look like anything fancy, it just really needs to feel good to you. So tune in. Relax head and neck. Notice where tension is starting to creep up into the body. And then we'll find stillness. 2 breaths. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, rise high up on the tippy toes. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. You can step, walk, or hop your way there. Inhale, halfway lifts you, shoulders back, belly in. Exhale, fold, knees can bend, hands can be on blocks. Inhale, rise, tall mountain, reach to the sky. Right hand grabs that left wrist, pull to the right for that side body stretch. Think grow taller out of the top of the head. Inhale brings us back through center, switch that grip, exhale to the left side of you. Keep hip bones pressing forward and not back. Inhale brings us back through center, release that hold, exhale, forward fold, empty your breath. Inhale, halfway lift and length. Exhale, fold, catch a ragdoll arm bind here, grab opposite elbows, let the head be super heavy. Gently sway side to side if that's for you, or maybe nod the head yes and no. You can also take like an infinity symbol, just kind of moving through the body very easily, letting tension just melt away. And release those hands down to the ground. Take an inhale here. Exhale out of the mouth. Open the mouth really wide. And then relax. Relax the face muscles, the eye muscles, the top of the head. One more. Open the mouth really wide. And then relax the face muscles, the eyes, the top of the head. Inhale will halfway lift us. Exhale, fold. Take your left foot all the way to the back of your mat for a right runner's lunge. Right knee is going to be right on top of that ankle. Hands can be on blocks. Get a little bit longer here. Back knee comes down. We'll inhale, hands up to the sky, modified crescent. Eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. You can grab opposite shoulders here or begin to meet the palms. Pull shoulders back and down as we lift up through that low belly, pressing fingertips away. Take the eyes and the head over to the right. Take the eyes and the head over to the left. Coming back to center, chin to chest. Back to center, maybe a back bend, that's really up to you. Keep the low belly engaged, and then fingertips start to lift towards the sky as the crown of the head goes back. Gently and release those arms. Let's shift back into a split prep. Belly lifts. Length over that right hamstring. Don't force it. Find the first edge of that sensation and slow down your breath. Bring your mind back to the intention that you set for practice today. Inhale starts to shift us forward into an active runner's lunge. Rising tall for full crescent, belly to spine, hands to the sky. High on the ball of that back foot, we're going to gently start to hover the back knee and lift. 4 more. Hover and lift. Hover and lift. Hover and lift. I lost count, so I feel like that may be one more. Let's exhale out, warrior 2. Right knee is on top of that ankle. Reach arms in both directions. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Reach up through the side body, and then exhale to side angle. Forearm can come to your thigh. Hand to the earth or a block on the inside of that foot. Top arm is going to come around the low back for a half bind here. If you're warm enough, feel free to take a full bind. Press to the outer blades of the feet, having a strong foundation in the feet. Gently release that hold. Inhale up, straight leg, peaceful warrior. So lift up to the inside of those legs, all the way up to the inner thighs. Reach up and back, and our exhale takes us into triangle. Right hand to your shin blocker all the way down to the earth on the outside of the right foot. This time let's go extended top arm overhead, and we'll play with the way we're looking. So eyes down, chin down to the ground. Eyes up, open up to the sky. Keeping a softness in that front knee, eyes down. Eyes up. Last one, eyes down. And eyes up, belly button fastens tight to the spine. As we inhale, peaceful warrior, reach up, look. Exhale, runner's lunge, cartwheel the hands down, frame that foot, find 3-point, right leg lifts to the sky. Balance in between the hips if you can, keep them square and parallel to the earth. Roll through that ankle again. Exhale, finds cheetah, nose to knee, shift forward. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, cheetah, hold. Tap those toes to the earth, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to your 3-point. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big full breath in through the nose. Slowly exhale out of the mouth. Bring the knees down to the earth, find child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Reach the fingertips to the top of your mat. Settle into your body. Relax shoulders, relax neck. 3 more breaths. Inhale, rise back up into that downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Inhale is going to roll us forward into a high plank, and we pause, side plank, right hand down, left hand to the sky. Your right knee can be down for your modification today. Push into the grounded hand. Reach with that lifted hand. Top arm comes back to the mat. You choose if you want to take a chaturanga flow or skip it, lift those hips back up to the sky, downward facing dog. Moving with breath and intention in your body, steer clear of forcing your way through anything. Inhale, we'll rise us again high on our toes. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Step, walk, or hop your way there. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, tall mountain, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, empty the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Slide the right foot back. You'll be in a left runner's lunge. Heart and eyes reach forward. Getting long here, back knee comes down. Inhale, modified crescent. Finding balance between the hips, we'll take eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Looking over to the left side of you, lengthen out the neck. Coming back through center, look over to the right. Coming back to center, chin to chest. Back to center, maybe a back bend here, really engage that low belly. Gently start to unwind from this. Relax, those arms shift back into a split prep. Lots of length here. Top of the head towards that top of that foot. Inhale starts to shift us forward into our active runner's lunge. Tuck the back toes. Rising high to the sky, crescent lunge. Stay or begin to hover that knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up strong here. Open out warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Finding the hand placement that's working best for today. And then taking that half bind. Gently release that hold. Inhale up for your straight leg peaceful warrior from the ground up. Energetically lift and rise. Exhale takes you into triangle. And we'll go extended. Chin down towards the ground. And up. To the ground. And up. Last one. And up. And we're going to find our way to a, peaceful warrior. Brain fart. Exhale down to that runner's lunge. Engage the core as you do that rotation. 3-point on an inhale, left leg lifts. Find those hips nice and square and then roll through that ankle again. Exhale, cheetah, nose to knee. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, cheetah, tap. So we're going to hold. Tap the toes to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back out to that 3-point. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Side plank, left hand down, right hand to the sky. Push the mat away from you, reach with that top arm. Exhale, top hand comes down. You choose your chaturanga flow or skip it, find downward facing dog. Big full breath in. Longer, slower breath out. Coming back into that child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Slowly start to walk your hands over to the right side of you so you decide how deep this goes. Relax back into that left shoulder. Letting go of any tension. Slowly start to make your way back to center and shift over to the other side. Relaxing deep into this space. And slowly coming back to center. Final few breaths in this child's pose. Reset the practice. Inhale begins to rise us into that downward facing dog. Lifting hips up and back. Relax the chest back and down. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky, 3-point. Take a bend in this knee, stack to open your hips. Right heel towards the bum, shoulders are square towards the earth. Inhale brings us back to 3-point. We're going to circle this cheetah, cross it over, open out, and back up. 2 more like that as we cross. Last one. Exhale brings us back into a runner's lunge. To revolve, left hand down, right hand to the sky. Circles here, roll through that shoulder joint. Reverse the direction. Exhale, top hand comes back down to the earth. Inhale, full crescent lunge. Eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. Beginning to fold in half here, so slide right hip back. Fingertips can reach down towards the earth. Top of the head can lengthen. Inhale, rise back up, full crescent lunge. Exhale out, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Again, maybe a full bind this time or a half bind. Half bind is top arm again, reaching around for that leg. Maybe right arm starts to come underneath and you work from this space. Finding balance, or you start to reach back for a strap or your hand. Open that heart space up. Scoop that right hip underneath you. Lengthen the crown of the head away from you. Gently release that bind. Inhale up, straight leg warrior two. Shifting into our star, toes out, heels in. Exhale, have a seat for goddess. Spread the fingers wide. Slow the breath. Pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7. Breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Turn your feet parallel to the short edges of your mat. Drop your head down. Hands can go wherever you like. 10 breaths. Use this time to slow back down. Last few moments. Gently releasing any binds that you have. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, belly to spine, and we'll start to roll our way up. And you really scoop in the core to protect your back as you start to rise. Toes out, heels in. Exhale, warrior two, front of the mat. Eagle arms, left arm comes underneath the right again. You can always grab shoulders or opposite hands. Look towards the front of your mat, floating into eagle. So hips are open and have to go close. So take your time and know that you can step and step for that transition, or you can float up into it using those high inner thighs. Squeeze up into the center of you. Gently unwinding into that stork. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, sweeps the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, press down to lift up through the heart. Exhale, forward fold, head gets really heavy here. Drop through the top of the head, the back of the neck. Release what you can. Gently release those hands down to the ground. Inhale will halfway lift us. Exhale, fold, palm the mat. Find your way back to plank. Choose a chaturanga flow or skip it, find downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky, 3-point. Take a bend in this knee, stack to open your hips. Shoulders are nice and square. Inhale back to 3-point. Exhale, twist this sheet, cross it over. Out and up. Twist over. Out and up. Last one. Next exhale brings us into that runner's lunge, foot between the hands, and we'll revolve. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. Find those circles. Rotate through that shoulder joint. Make it feel good. Opposite directions when you're ready. After that final round, top hand comes back down to the ground, and we'll inhale nice and strong for a full crescent lunge. Taking those eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Stay here, begin to fold. So I'm pulling back the left hip, lengthening from that right heel all the way out to the top of my head. Inhale, rise back up, unwind, full crescent lunge. Exhale out, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle, full or half bind here. Up to you where you go. Just choose not to struggle or force. Right? Stay away from that mentality. Gently unwind that bind. Inhale your way up, straight leg warrior two. Shifting into our star. Toes out, heels in. Have a seat for goddess. Press up high into the ball of your right foot. And lower it down. Keep lifting your belly. Press up high into the ball of the left foot. And lower down. Stay here. Press up high into the ball of both feet. I'm going to use my little ledge here. There we go. Find that balance. And then lower those heels down. Inhale, back up for star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Come on down. If you have an inversion practice, feel free to go there. Or if you want to take any of the shoulder binds that we've already done today, totally up to you. Or just hold this wide-legged fold and increase that space on those back of the legs. Slow the breath. Gently starting to make your way back into this fold if you took another shape. Releasing any binds that you have. And that next inhale will halfway lift you, long spine. Exhale, fold. Start to walk your hands toward the right ankle. Rotate into lizard lunge. This should be to the back of your mat. So heel toe the foot to the right. Hands on the inside, back knee comes down. Option to stay lifted here for the next 5 breaths. Shoulders are back. Belly is lifted. Neck is neutral. Slowly come back up into your hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Walk that right foot back in between your hands. Rotate wide-legged fold. Inhale will halfway lift you. Exhale, fold, walk your hands towards the left ankle, same thing. Heel toe that foot to the left. Lizard lunge, hands on the inside, back knee comes down. Lift heart. Lift belly. Relax and release through the upper body. Two more breaths. Slowly begin to come back into that active runner's lunge, and we'll transition back into our wide-legged forward fold. Just be safe in your knees as you rotate. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, belly to spine, roll your way up to stand, back of the neck is long. Hands lift high as the toes go out wide. Exhale, warrior two, front of the mat. Final little flow here, eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Focus towards the top of your mat as you begin to float into eagle, step into eagle, hop into eagle, wobble into eagle, whatever it looks like today, right? Pull in through the belly. Let go of judgment, focus on breath. Listen to what your body's telling you and relax into it. Slowly start to unwind into that stork. And we'll let it go, mountain pose. Feet are hips distance apart. Slide those arms side to side, let it go. And we'll begin to make our way down into a seated position, however you'd like to get there. Feet together, knees apart for that bound angle. Start to give them little subtle bounces here as you release and relax into the hips. Relax into the neck and the shoulders. You. And then pause that movement, taking a side body stretch. Right arm lifts up and over to the left side of you. I feel like I said the wrong side, but no worries. We're going to do both. Top of the head opens up, lengthens out. Release into that outside hip a little deeper. And then curl through the top of the head. We're going to start to slowly make our way towards center. So just really slow-mo so you can feel all that length, all that resistance. Find a place to land in the center. Release what you can. Don't force anything. Inhale will slowly bring us back up nice and tall, and we'll take it to the other side. So whichever arm that is, take it up and over, lengthen it out. Feel where you start to feel stuck or the sensation, and just pause. Try to soften the breath, soften the neck, and then maybe you can go a little bit deeper, rolling that heart open towards the sky. Deep breaths. Exhale, top hand will start to come down. Curl, slow-mo, feel that length. Woo! That low back. Little spider walk your way all the way to center, and then surrender here. We'll be here about 7 breaths. Releasing and letting go of what you can. Inhale starts to bring us back up nice and tall. And we'll begin to make our way onto our backs. Setting up for one final back bend today of your choice. I'm going to offer you fish if that's for you. Hands are going to be by the hips. Forearms come down to the earth, pointing through the toes. Begin to press into the forearms, lifting and opening up through the heart space. Head might not be able to release all the way back. That's okay. Explore, don't judge. Chin slowly comes to chest. Slide one elbow out and then the other. Relax and release down here. Gentle shift of the head side to side. And then we'll start to head into our inversion for practice. Maybe happy baby, hip stand, shoulder stand, anything that gets those feet above the heart. I'm going to move into shoulder stand today. You don't have to take it. But hands are going to come to the low back, bringing the thumbs in tight. Try not to hold yourself with your thumbs. And we'll begin to send those toes to the sky. Propping ourselves up on our forearms. I like to walk them in as close as possible. Some days that's easier than others. And then really try not to press the head into the mat. Staying here, starting to move towards your variation of plow. So if the toes don't touch at all, keep the hands on the low back to support your neck here. Head should not turn side to side. You should be looking straight up to your knees or your thighs. If the feet do come down to the earth, feel free to take the arms where you like. But again, remember, this is a very compromising position for your neck. So be mindful as you move. Don't rush. Don't force. Don't jerk. This is a very intense posture for me, which is why you guys probably haven't seen it a lot. But I know that I hold a lot of tension in the back of my neck, so I'm working on this in my own practice. And the reminder of not forcing is so important. It's so important, guys. Just find that release here. And wherever you are, we'll slowly make our way back out of our inversion. Take your time. Find a moment where you can let go. Knees come into center as we close out this practice with our spinal twist. If you want to keep sticking with the theme of eagle, right leg crosses over the left and our knees fall to the left side of us. If that's too deep, unwind and just stack the knees one on top of another. Opening up through the heart and beginning to surrender. Slowly bring the knees back to center, taking any adjustments necessary, and begin to head over to the side, as the other side as you're ready. So left leg crosses up and over the right. Knees fall to the right side of you, and you'll notice if that's too deep, find the variation that's working best. You want to be able to breathe so you can release into these postures. So if you're too deep, you might be holding your breath and preventing yourself of actually getting any space, any relief. The knees begin to come back to center, taking any final movement you need to take to complete your practice today. And as you're ready, releasing out into your version of Shavasana. Find a way to get comfortable on your mat, on your back, on your side, even a seated position. And we'll start to let go of the practice, right? Let go of all the stuff that we've done and take the next few moments to allow your intention for practice to integrate, to allow your body and your mind to rest and heal, and also to let your nervous system reset. So find that space, take a deep breath in, slow exhale out, and enjoy this Shavasana. Slowly beginning to come back to your breath. Finding some subtle movement in your fingers, and your toes as you just gently begin to wake up the body. Noticing any sensations that show up. And feel free to move however it feels good to you in this moment. Bringing in awareness to how you feel mentally since we practiced. Is there more clarity in this space? Drawing that awareness to your heart and how you feel emotionally since we practiced today. Reminding yourself as always that there is no wrong way to feel. Allow yourself to feel whatever is showing up for you. And when we're ready, we'll meet in an easy seated position, bringing the hands to heart center, closing out our practice in a seat of gratitude. Gratitude for the time we took for ourselves today to get on our mat, to move and to breathe. Gratitude for our physical body that carried us through this practice, that carries us through our life. Gratitude for the intention we set today, for the awareness that we had to set the intention. And then we'll bring our thumbs up to the forehead, finding gratitude for one another. Namaste, friends. Namaste, guys. Guys, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you feel good in your bodies and in your minds. If you enjoyed the video, please click subscribe, click the like button. It helps the video get out there to more people. Also share with anybody that you think would enjoy these classes as well. You know, I don't know how, if you enjoy it, why wouldn't you want to share it with somebody else, right? If you want to join some of our live classes, which this one was, head over to catharmonyoga.com and you'll have our schedule and also the link to the live Zoom classes. They're donation based, so feel free to donate if you're able to or if you would like to. But other than that, please enjoy your day. Love yourself, drink tons of water, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.